Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to another Starcraft commentary. This is going to be ASL Season 14, round of 16, Group C, and the map is going to be Odyssey, and the two players are going to be Queen and Snow. Zerg versus Protoss on a two-player map. Looks like we have a very early spawning pool, coming out for Queen, located at the 7th o'clock position in the brown color, and Snow's gone for a pylon, then scout, and then gateway, I think. Looks like at least 4 Zerglings going to be coming out for Queen. His hatchery has been denied, and the 7th o'clock position is going to be taking another further hatchery. At the 9th o'clock position, it's not going to be that much of a critical issue for the early stage of the game. We have just a single pair of Zerglings coming out. The drone comes out, and let's see whether this drone is going to go for the expansion. Yeah, it's going to be going for the expansion at the very standard 7 o'clock position here. So no 6 o'clock expansion. That 6 o'clock expansion really crazy. I remember that game with Shine and Snow on this exact map. I think also in the round of 24. Where we had Shine take his enemy's expansion. Oh my god, this probe and the Zealot just walks back home. I don't really understand what that means. So that is a bait by Queen to say, you should come inside my main, and I'm gonna be meeting you with not 2 but 4 Zerglings. But I guess Snow doesn't take the bait. He's gonna be turning around, and the counter Zergling attack from Queen is on with 6 Zerglings towards his enemy base, but this probe is going to be able to count a number of Zerglings exactly, and Snow is going to be able to adjust his respawns. Sorry. 3 drones on gas now at Queen's main base, as well as this assimilator also going up for Snow. So he's gonna be taking his base as well. We don't see any forge coming up. Yeah, maybe the forge is in the main. Yeah, the forge is in the main. So he's gonna be looking forward to blocking his expansion with a cybernetic score maybe. But that is a dangerous move because Hydralisk then is what Queen has gone for. So his cybernetic score is going to be a little bit, I think, useless here a little bit. Unless he doesn't upgrade anything with it, which could potentially be the case here. That's going to leave the upgrading on the forge undisturbed for some time. The Nexus goes online now. The Zerglings arrive, and looks like So's going to try to just dance with the Zerglings a little bit. He's got another probe there that is able to help with this defense, and also checking out what his enemy has inside of his main base. Everything is looking very standard here. Pair of Zergling is denying the scouts for that probe for a long time. Forge upgrade has started already, so So's going to have an upgrade advantage because it's not going to be disrupted by the Hydralisk attack, but he still needs to survive the fight. And he's got 4 Zealots now. He's going to be sending 2 Zealots out. He's going to be careful not to get surrounded. That Zealot is a little bit surrounded here, but no, good work from Snow. Moving his units around, and those units are surviving for some times. Looks like Queen might be forced to produce additional Zerglings to fight against the incoming Zerglings attacking, and Snow is very smart to not make any cannons so far, because what is the point of making cannons if we don't really have Hydralisk at this point. So it's going to be betting on just using his Zealot as well as his probe to block, and he's blocking just fine for the time. He's going to be putting down his first cannon now, and I think that timing is just right, because look at this, guys. The first pair of Hydralisk just comes out and escaping that probe's vision, and a lot of Hydralisk moving towards the main base, and that probe is completely out of position here. Let's see if Snow suspects something like that. He's not suspecting, or maybe he knows, but he just pretends he doesn't know, because sometimes by pretending that you don't know what your enemy is doing, you force your enemy into walking directly into your trap. And maybe that is what Snow has thinking. He thinks that, okay, you are making a lot of Hydralisk. I know for a fact. So I'm just gonna not look at it. I'm not gonna scout it. I'm just gonna react as if I knew, and then you're gonna walk right into what I have prepared. And that is a lot of cannons here. That's first Corsair moves out. Do we have the probe? The probe probably have seen that base at the 10 o'clock position. So this is the infamous Queen's build. 3762 or something like that, where you just have those drones on the different bases, and 4 bases after you go for this Hydralisk bus. But that Hydralisk bus might not lead into the macro game here, because we have a lot of Hydralisk attacking, but very good lucky attack there from Snow. He's losing just a single Zealot maybe and a cannon. The Corsair is able to see everything here. A lot of Hydralisk still amassing just right outside of the border between these two countries. Protoss and Zerg Dynasty is going to be facing up each other against a huge fight here, and it might still be possible for Queen to bust this. He's not attempting to bust just yet. He's waiting for something. I'm not so sure. He's gonna try to come in now. No, maybe more, but more cannons come out. And Snow is being very, very careful not to, he needs to babysit his cannons there. We have just a single Corsairs that is checking out the situation and sees that no lair has been planted down, but he needs to know about the 11 o'clock position. He probably knows. Sorry, not 11. That is 10 o'clock position. Zealot walking out just to test the waters here. +1 is done on the Zealot. Speed is probably being upgraded, or if not already, it's almost done at this point. More cannon going up, and the probe is also looking forward just to circumvent this attack. He's being very, very careful here, Snow. Corsair is going to be a little bit facing a little bit of danger with the Hydralisk here, but so far Snow is being just fine. He's just seeing a lot of drones coming out and a lot of hatcheries coming up. Is he checking the 11 o'clock position or not, man? He had very, very interesting. I think he had a probe there, and I'm quite sure his Corsair walked to that direction. I guess not walked, flew over to that direction some times ago, but I could not be sure anymore. Anyways, maybe that is not that much of a difference in the result of this game. Looks like a lot of Zealot with the speed is amassing, and we have the third gas being planted down now by Snow. He's going to be coming up with a lot of Zealot with speed here. I don't think at this point it is yet enough to bust that Hydralisk containment, but it might be able to break out later. Snow with the help of the help of the High Templars. A lot of drones being amassing here at the 11 o'clock position. Looks like Queen has a very healthy drone saturation in all of his bases. He's being just fine with his Hydralisk containment here. A lot of what is this? A lot of gateway going up, and looks like the 76 is finally being reconstructed here. Okay, finally now Snow knows about this expansion. He should have known a long time ago with his Corsairs, but now he does. And is he going to be going for some kind of a is that a robo? No, that is just a core. So he's gonna have to deal with that observer for some times, but lucky for him, the upgrade for the lurkers is not that close to completion either. So he's gonna be a little bit just fine. And the first attack is gonna be coming out now. This Zealot is checking where the Hydralisks are located. 4 Zealot running out and just completely escaping the Hydralisk, so they have to run back and look for another place to defend. A lot of hatcheries. That's a lot of hatcheries for Queen, man. Queen is freaking ridiculous with hatcheries. And you know what? I would like a little bit for Queen to win, because even though I'm a Protoss player, if Queen wins, then we're gonna have more Protoss games. And if Queen loses, then no more Protoss games. So I don't really like that. But anyways, a lot of Zealot attack. It's gonna be aiming at maybe the left side of the map, the 9 o'clock or the 10 o'clock here. Looks like this Zealot is gonna be meeting head front with the Hydralisk. We don't have the support of the High Templars. The High Templars are staying back home. We have attack that single Zergling, man. You don't really attack the Zergling, but looks like these Zealot are gonna be looking for an angle attack. But the lurkers are in place. And that really is going to deter this group of Zealot, but they surround the Hydralisk anyway, because just a single lurker is not good enough here. But just the SimCity of the hatchery and the evolution chamber is way too good. So the Zealot have to run out, and Queen is slowly catching up with supply. He's got a ton of supply here, man. Just down by about 10 supply, and finding Dragoons and High Templars with 2 Storm Seeds are out on the map. And they're going to be looking forward to join up with the rest of these Zealots, I think. But finally, now it's going to be time for Queen to move out and have his huge frontal attack with a lot of lurkers and a lot of Hydralisk. But looks like Snow has decided not to engage at all with the rest of his army. He's decided just to dance around with some Zealots, and I think it's going to be a mistake, because now the number of Hydralisk is just way too large. And there's no place to run to. He's trying to run towards the right, this other side, but just so many Hydralisks, man. We don't see the move out of the main army from Snow yet. Now we see they start to move out. This is huge army, and Snow is banking his attack here. He's hoping that this single attack is going to be able to do something. because if he's not able to do that, he's gonna be behind because he only have 2 bases versus 4 bases for the Zerg player. One good thing for him is that the Zerg player doesn't have any kind of additional tech, just Hydralisks and Lurkers and Zerglings. 5, 6 High Templars, each of those have 2 Storms. That's a lot of High Templars, guys, and some Zealots are getting surrounded on the other side of the map, but these Lurkers might get surrounded. No, they don't. They are able to escape just fine, but looks like Snow is able to cut his armies into half. But so does Queen have a lot of reserve army on the other side, and Snow is going to be very careful not to get surrounded. He's trying to keep all of his armies together. He needs to be careful not to cross this single bridge. This is a very small bridge. It's very difficult to cross here. We have more Protoss army joining from the other left side. And the Hydralisk is doing a good job of killing some of the Zealot and then immediately retreating. But the Protoss ball is getting very huge, man. And Snow needs to be very careful to not lose his Storms. He's not to lose his High Templars. He's being quite very good with his Storm so far. Not losing anything. He's going to cast the first Storm now. He is not casting. He's waiting to cast some units coming from behind. The High Templars is cast a Storm from behind. Snow is paying attention. He's going to cast more Storms and morphing into something maybe. But all the Zerg units are melting. But we have more Storms waiting. But the Storms are not getting casted just yet. Cast some Storm, man. You have so much energy. Finally, that Storm is casted. And Protoss units without Observer. Now we have Observer and more good Storm. He needs to cast more Storms, but looks like the Dragoons are dancing backwards, which is a good idea. Another beautiful Storm here. Another beautiful Storm, and Dragoons are just really being helped out with these High Templars. And we have, I think, maybe 3 or 4 Storms remaining. Snow is making really good use of his Storms. He needs to storm more units. Another really good Storms making his Hydralisk melt like butter. This game has just crazy amount of Storms, but Snow is not taking out another base, guys. Another Storm would be nice here. Some Storms and some units on the back and morphing into units, but no, it's gonna be the end of that attack because the economy, I think, for Queen, it's just really crazy. And not enough units here to attack, and just a single Archon remaining. That Archon is going to fall. We have more Zealot to help. We have another single Archon here. Some Dragoons are not really helping in with the fight here. That Archon is being focused upon, and that Archon falls. But we have another Storm. No, we don't have another Storm. This might be the end here for Snow. He's fighting very hard, but just constant production of Hydralisk is enough just to fight here. Just 3 Zealots, 3 Dragoons, and a single High Templar without Storms remaining. And that is going to be the end of this game, I think. That High Templar has a lot of... What is that High Templar doing? I'm not so sure. But he's going to be taking these bases. So the game is not over. I thought the game would be over by now, because it looks like Snow has very few units. But Snow is able to, I guess, he still have a lot of supply left in him. But Queen has a really crazy advantage in terms of economy. It's going to go for the counter attack now. This Shadow has 2 Dark Templar, might be able to turn the tide of the game. And the Corsair is checking for the situation here. The Corsair sees that it's going to be an overlord inside. We have 2 High Templars joining with the rest of the units, and Queen. I thought Queen is going to be definitely winning this game, but no, Snow is allowed to come back a little bit. Queen is being way too passive with his units. Just go and just bang the crap out of this guy, whose name is Snow. But Queen says, I'm just going to stay home and make sure my advantage doesn't get evaporated. But during this entire time, Queen could have destroyed his enemy's expansion, but he decided not to do that. We have a double Dark Templar coming in, but no, they get immediately picked out. But that was a lot of just really distraction. Sometimes I do that in my games. I fake a drop, and just to make sure that my enemies, units cannot just freely walk into my my expansion and kill my stuff. So that is sometimes something that I would do. But now this single Dark Templar is going to really walk inside and do a lot of damage here, while Queen is being a little bit distracted on the outside. Queen is losing a lot of drones. Finally, he's going to be pulling his drones out. He needs to, this Dark Templar is going to be running out and do something else here. More Dark Templar comes back in here. And is Queen going to be able to catch the rest of these units? Looks like this single Dark Templar is going towards the other side, but no, that's going to be the end of the attack of the Dark Templar. But Snow bought quite some times there. As his frontal attack comes in, he's got a lot of spellcasters in the back. So these Hydralisk coming out is going to be completely meat for those High Templars. High Templars are getting very much ready here. We have some juicy storm, crazy ass storms on High Templars, but looks like Queen has not deployed his full potential just yet. He's going to do that just now, but just storms everywhere. These Hydralisks have no ways to run for, even more storms maybe. No Observer, however, to help to support that, but maybe we don't really need Observer. Just crazy storms going to be enough here. More storms you need, maybe these are need to get up on high ground. Some of the units are not being morphed here. Dragoons are attacking a lot of units on high ground, and Dragoons are not being placed together. He needs to move his Dragoons. They're attacking the different units at a different time, which is not a good idea here. But more Dragoons coming out to support. And finally, now we have the units from Queen moving up on the high ground. Good reaction from Queen though. Zealot attacking, and this spawning pool might fall. Dragoons attacking, and is Queen gonna GG or what? Because the game is getting crazy here. Finally, look, it's coming out to reinforce, and very smart reaction from Snow to move his Dragoons back. He needs to kill as many drone as possible. He's gonna try to do just that. Hiding these Dragoons in the corner and making sure they can attack as many stuff as possible before dying. This Hydralisk then might even fall. One single Dragoon attacking, and finally that is going to be the end of this group of units. And what is the situation here? Queen is allowed his enemy to come back like crazy. Finally these Dragoons gonna fall out and die. But look at the economy situation for Queen. It's in shambles because he, was look at his second base, and this 7 o'clock position is not really mine. Sorry, at the 8 o'clock position is not really mine at this point, and Snow is allowed to take another base. This game is really crazy. I thought Snow was dead for some time. I announced him, just dead scientifically a few minutes ago, but he came back from life. He's like Jesus. He came back with really good, I don't know, good what, just good play overall. It's gonna be 4 Zealot dropping into the main here, taking out. I'm not sure. It's gonna be better if he focus fire on like the Hydra Den or a spawning pool and not really attack something else. He's gonna come in, and we have some Hydralisk in place already, but the frontal attack by Snow is keeping Queen really busy here. The drone line is getting massacred, and Queen is to be not walking his Zealot into this enemy fire. We have some High Templars coming from the back, and those storms will be really nice. He needs to storm something. Templars are storming some units and doing some kind of damage, but not really the kind of damage that he could expect. A lot of lurkers died, however. More attack here, and looks like Snow is need to defend his main base here. His main base have a High Templar with 2 storms. He needs to cast a storm. He's gonna cast a storm now. The second storm needs to get casted. He's gonna cast a storm once again. And the single cannon guarding this area is going to fall. Do we have more storms from the back? That storm was really good. And all of these Hydralisk falls. Do we have a lurker in the area? No, we don't. And Queen, what are these Hydralisks doing? I don't really understand here. They're gonna try to take out the Shadow, but all of the drone line from Queen was completely destroyed here. Is that Shadow getting sniped or what? On the Shadow escape once again, and Snow is gonna saturate his new base at the 4 o'clock position. He's got no drone, he's got no probes there, however. He's gonna start to transfer stuff. But now we have this Zerg unit getting surrounded here and getting cut off from the rest of the reinforcement. Snow has slowly but surely cut the map into half, and he's secured the right side of the map. He needs to put up some cannons, however, at his main base. Not main base, but his expansion. And this Hydralisk then is almost dead. We just have a few more units coming from Snow, and this is going to be the genius move to completely destroy the Hydralisk land. He's dropping what? No, this is a fake or a storm. I don't really understand what he has. The Shadow has nothing inside, which is a fake. The Shadow was almost dead anyways. But anyways, it's going to be better, I thought, for Snow to keep the Shadow for something else later. We have the major engagement here in the mid game. This is the 20-minute game, and it might be the deciding battle here. A lot of Protoss units comes in, a lot of storms, and this Hydralisk Zerg is just melting like crazy. We have more storms on the back, and the rest of Queen's units are gonna come from the north side, which is very good. The Dragoons also melting like crazy. The Dragoons in the backup. We have more storm. Another storm could be deployed here. That lurker, is it going to fall? The lurker falls, and it's going to be Snow who comes ahead with this victory. 114 supply versus 59, and all the drones are getting pulled, and Queen is fighting hard. He needs to hold this ground. If he can morph a lurker egg, he's going to be able to secure the high ground. But Queen GG, and Snow gets out of this group alive, and I'm so much dead with my voice. That game was freaking crazy, man. I'm going to put it in the game of in the list of best games of 2022, so definitely go check out the playlist. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye-bye.